Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brief Q&A about Greece. I'm really excited to dive into Greece. I'm joined with Anna Metalido, Citizen Remote's immigration partner, and I'm really excited to talk about Greece specifically because it's a fantastic destination for remote workers, entrepreneurs. Greece actually has recently, or pretty recently, released a specific digital nomad visa for this, which we'll dive into. Greece is also just a beautiful country in general with islands scattered throughout the Mediterranean. So really exciting place to potentially relocate to. We'll highlight some tax and long-term residency. And of course, if you are interested and this piques your interest to relocate to Greece, you can go onto the Citizen Remote platform and directly hire a consultation and speak with Anna yourself. You can work within the technology that we've built out specifically to help streamline these digital nomad visas, all on citizenremote.com. So head over there and you can talk with Anna. And Anna, maybe we can just start off by just addressing right off the bat what kind of visas remote workers, entrepreneurs, and this kind of category of workers are eligible for.
So I will start just saying that Greece has a wide range of visas and resident permits. For stays longer than 12 months, individuals may explore the national long stay visa, like Type D, which is typically issued for purposes like employment, studies, investment, such as Golden Visa, or family reunification. Moreover, there is a residence permit in Greece for financially dependent persons having sufficient resources at the level of steady annual income for the coverage of their living expenses. More specifically, Greece has also introduced in 2021 a digital nomad visa to attract remote workers, which allowed remote workers to reside in the country. The digital nomad visa for Greece allows people who are not a citizen of the European Union or European Economic Area and who work remotely to legally live and work in Greece for up to one year. The visa is designed for those who can perform their job online, providing flexibility for digital nomads to live and work in Greece.
Perfect. So you kind of touched a few different visa categories within that. I think you said something about the long stay, residence permit, the golden visa, and then obviously the digital nomad visa. Just to kind of get one thing out of the way, how long does the digital nomad visa allow you to stay, and how is that kind of different from the long stay visa?
The visa, just to clarify here that the digital nomad visa, it's not a resident permit. So the digital nomad visa allows you to stay like up to 1 year, whereas the digital nomad permit that we will discuss later in our discussion, it's valid for 2 years and gives the eligibility to remote workers to stay in Greece for 2 years, and they can renew um, the permit.
Okay, and so obviously you get that digital nomad visa, and then that kind of turns into the residence permit, the digital nomad residence permit. Is that how that works?
It works like so if someone living abroad wants to apply for a digital nomad visa, they have to go to the Greek consulate or embassy in their home country and apply for the digital nomad visa. It is advisable to start the application process well in advance. And once you have submitted your application for your digital nomad visa for Greece, you will receive like a feedback within 10 days to let you know the status of your application. And you can typically expect to receive your approved visa within a month, although the Greek government does not specify like a specific timeline. But as I have worked with a lot of clients, it's like up to month to get your visa, provided that you have submitted all the required documents. Um, so if you come to Greece and you stay with a digital nomad visa for up to a year, within the first 3 months, you have to apply for the permit in order to be valid after the expiration of your visa, and it's valid for 2 years. Whereas if you come to Greece with a touristic visa, it's valid for 9 days, up to 90 days. You may apply directly for a digital nomad permit, residence permit, in the Greek ministry, and get the Greek permit, digital nomad visa permit, which is valid, as we said, for 2 years. So it depends how you want to apply. You can do both.
Okay, cool. So that kind of sounds like if you're interested in just 12 months, the digital nomad visa might be good. But if you're interested in kind of a long term stay, the digital nomad permit would be more applicable for you.
Yeah, it depends from where you want to apply. If you are like in Greece, you cannot apply for a visa. That's the issue here, because you have already you have already applied for a touristic visa, so you will not apply for a digital nomad visa, and that's why you will apply directly for a permit.
Okay. And then is there a clear path? Because obviously, people who potentially want to stay longer, 2 years, you said there is the option to extend. Other visas in Europe, some of them have a clear path to long term residency, permanent residency, even citizenship eventually. Is there a path to that with Greece's digital nomad permit?
It's up to you. You can renew every 2 years, so it's very easy to stay in Greece.
Perfect. And then who would be potential like nationalities that would be eligible? Are there any people that really aren't eligible for this, or is it really open to everyone?
So if you are a European or a European Economic Area citizen, you have the right to enter and move freely within Greece, according to European law. But for third party nationals, you have to apply for a digital nomad visa, letting you live and work in Greece. The digital nomad visa addressed to people that does not live in a European area.
And so, for people who might not know, third party nationals are anyone outside of the EU,
Yeah.
correct? Perfect. And then, are there any like income and savings requirements that you need to hit for this?
And yes, there are a lot of there is a list of documents that you have to provide. The requirements that you have to fulfill in order to apply for the digital nomad visa. It's like you must not be employed or engaged in any business activity in Greece. So you have to be a remote worker and prove that you can work remotely. Um, you must have clients or be employed by a company located outside of Greece. You have to be able to provide your services and fulfill your work responsibilities using a stable internet connection and a laptop. And if you are self employed, of course, you need to provide evidence of your business activity, corporate purposes, and business address, while also noting that your business cannot be registered in Greece. As regards the financial criteria, you must prove that you earn at least 3,500 euros after taxes as the main applicant for the digital nomad visa for Greece, or have sufficient resources for the length of your stay. So, Greece may require the proof of your employment contract that proves that you have this base salary, and also sufficient funds that you have in your bank account and you can use it during your stay in Greece. And just to know that the digital nomad visa often allows for family reunification, allowing dependents to join the primary visa holder. So if you plan on extending your residency permit for your partner or child, you need to account for additional finances. For example, for a partner, the minimum financial requirement will go up to 4,200 euros. And additional for each child, the requirement will increase by 525 euros. In other words, for you, your spouse, and your child, let's say, you will need to be earning at least 4,800 800 euros after taxes a month, and so on.
What else might you consider when relocating when it comes to like acquiring property to stay, renting, etc.? Are there any requirements that you need to fulfill in terms of housing when relocating on a digital nomad visa or permit?
When you apply for the just to clarify that for the digital nomad visa, it's not necessary to lease or to buy any property in Greece. You can just address the address that of your hotel or of your apartment that you will live, and you submit this. You fill it this in your application. But when you apply for the digital nomad permit, you have to lease a property and for minimum 2 years as long as the permit is valid, or you can buy property and you prove that you have all the documentation proving that you are the owner of property in Greece. It's very crucial, this thing. Otherwise, you'll not accepted. You'll be accepted for a digital nomad permit.
Okay, perfect. So if you're on a digital nomad visa, you don't really have to have anything, and then if you're not and you're actually going for the permit, you got to get one for the length of that permit,
Yeah.
which is about 2 years.
Yeah, you have
Perfect.
to like a supplementary documentation for the permit is the property address, let's say,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
lease contract or contract of sale of a property in Greece.
Okay. Well, wonderful, Anna. This has been incredibly helpful. Hopefully, people were able to get some general information. If they obviously want to get more information or figure out more about their specific scenario, they can reach out to you through Citizen Remote and work with us in our app and platform to get relocated to Greece. So, Anna, thank you so much for helping us out and answering some great questions for us.
Thank you very much, Tim, for inviting, and happy to help here.